So a few days ago, I was in my room and a thought came to mind. What if you had done things differently? Where would you have been today? All right, before we go, I'd like to kickstart with this word from the scripture. It says in Luke 14, verses 28. It says, for which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it? This is what a lot of us miss out on. Okay, if you are a student and you're watching this, you are in your finals or you've graduated or you are already facing life fully. I remember chatting with my younger brother yesterday and he said, parenthood is not easy. Life after school is not easy. And sometimes we begin to chase different things even after we've graduated. How many of you are using your certificate to work? Okay, if you know you're using yours, leave it in the comment section below because I really want to know what you guys think about this particular episode. Because a lot of us would have thought of a different course if we had foreseen what will be today. All right, let me share this quote with us. It said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. While we were in school, a lot of us thought certificate was the key. We forget it is actually certificate. Actually, in Nigeria, sabi means to be able to do something. Because if you don't have anything to offer, get ready to suffer. We focus on the exams, coming out with A's, with B, the least, or manageably C. We just want to be excellent and top-notch, coming out first class, second class upper. But what we fail to look at is, will my course be relevant in 10 to 15 years to come? During the period, the days of our fathers, of our mothers who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, I'm very sure that before they graduated, the community or the state or the country is sponsoring their education or a job is already waiting for them. But how many of us can beat our chest today and say that there is a job waiting for me after I graduate? Take, for instance, in our present country, I'm a Nigerian. Things are expensive. Livelihood is expensive. Standard of living is expensive. None of us foresaw this 15 to 20 years ago. As a matter of fact, when I was much younger, we had already pre-planned our life. Okay, I remember saying that I graduated from high school at the age of 15/16. And that period, we were like, before I am 17, I should be in the university. I should have gained admission. And, before 2021, I should have graduated. If you're a law student, you should be going to your law school and all of that. We had it all planned out. And after we graduate, we are like, okay, there is a job waiting. Let me go for my service like we do in Nigeria, National Youth Service Corps, And after that, we are like, a job waiting, only for you to trek the street of Nigeria or your country and you are yet to find a good job. And if you manageably find a job, it's either your qualification is more than the position available or there's no vacancy or the salary is small. And how can you use whatever you are being paid to take care of yourself and the responsibility staring you in the face? As a matter of fact, a lot of us are breadwinners. Some of you are first born in your family, the first kids, and everyone is looking up to you. So I'm going to ask you again, if you look back to, let's say 10 years ago, 15 years ago, what course would you have chosen to study instead of the one you studied? What decision would you have made then rather than the one you made? What mistake would you have regretted? Would you have said, okay, if I had known, I wouldn't have made such mistake. I would have taken this step. I wouldn't have taken that step. Okay, let me read something for us here. It's an inspirational message that says, as you navigate life's journey, remember that preparation meets opportunity. Think beyond the present and envision the future. What's your plan B? How are you envisioning the future? Said the scripture said, the one I read earlier, it said, who would not first sit and count the cost? If you are a student who is yet to enter university, a lot of people are delving into tech. Like the world is becoming more techy than it was before. And a lot of us, we now publish books online on Amazon and people sell their books even when they are not in those countries. Different things are coming up, different softwares are coming up that is now aiding, means of livelihood for people. But how many of us have the expertise, the knowledge to put this to work? You are a nursing mother in your house. There are opportunities everywhere. Don't lock yourself in because of the situation you are in or the present condition and you say, oh, that's all over. Let me just take care of my kids. There are things you can do in your house that our parents wouldn't have thought about several years ago. So what would you have done differently? What is your plan B? You are in the university, you may be in your 100, 200, 300. If you are in your finals, it's still not too late. And if you're yet to be married, it's still not too late. And if you are married and you have a supportive partner, it's not too late to begin now. So you don't regret, if I had known, I wouldn't have taken this course. I studied political science and education. And when they gave me the course education, I was like, God, what kind of course is this? I actually kept in for business administration, but having waited for some time, I'm like, okay, let me just take it. But I'm glad I was given education and not the political science. Because as a matter of fact, I'm not even using my result for most of the things that I do. The jobs that I've gotten over time in previous years were gotten because of my motivational speaking prowess, which I do oftentimes in different locations and to people, and my desire to want to do something different. They just want to see what you can offer, not just your certificate. As a matter of fact, I got the job before I was asked to submit my CV, like to submit every other thing necessary. So what does that tell you? Students, mothers, youth, and fathers that think all hope is lost. You are alive and there is hope. You can still do that thing that you love. It is better late than late. You are alive, and there's a saying that says, when there is life, there is hope. But if you are a student, you still have a long way to go. You might be studying a particular course. I remember someone telling me he was studying medicine. And when he got to 200 level, he was doing well. He was the best in his field. You might want to say, oh, Matty, but I'm doing well. It means this is where I'm going to. It means this is, what to put food on my table. But this person sat down one day to count his cost, which you should do as well. Sit down and count your cost. What if this does not pay me well? What if the economy gets even more expensive in 5-10 years' time? Will my pay be able to cover up for the things, the responsibilities that will be coming up on me? If you're a man, you're going to get married, you're going to have kids. You aren't going to just depend on your wife. Your wife is an helpmeet to support you with what she has as well, because no one wants to marry a liability these days, You must be an asset to your husband. But then, what will change? That is why you must have your plan B. If this doesn't work, this will work. Because your lecturers won't teach you beyond what they already know. No one can teach you beyond what they know. We might be limited in knowledge, but choose not to be limited. Break out of the status quo. Break out of whatever course. Take up a professional course. Learn something digital. Learn. Just acquire a particular knowledge that would help you when some things are tough. Have your plan B. All right, I stated here, I said, what did life teach you that your teachers or lecturers didn't? Okay, some of you already took that turn, because this person that I said actually was studying medicine and was doing well in school, he took a turn and said, I think I want to go for computer science. I think I'll make good cash there, We know love is important, but money also does something. It makes it sweeter. And this person met a software engineer and asked the person, how much do you earn a month? And the person called a huge amount of money. And he asked his lecturer, a medicine lecturer. I'm not saying if it's your passion, you could do it, but have a plan B. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the economy is something else. If you're a Nigerian watching this, you know what I'm talking about. You know how much a pint of rice is. You know how much fuel has become. And most people monthly livelihood is not even enough to cover a lot of things. Electrical tariff and all of that. Things are going higher. But you know what? I pray that no matter how high they go, you are going to be able to afford it. Because no matter the economy of the jungle, the lion never eats grass. Okay. All right. So this person switched to that course, and today he's doing well and successful in that course. Imagine if he hadn't taken the bold step. You might think, oh, he has wasted 2 years. is such a fool. But this person is doing great now. And those who even stay to the end and say, let me just enjoy. Medicine is a good course. But this person had plan B. He sat down and counted the cost. I was asking someone a few days ago, I said, if you had foreseen the future of Nigeria or your country, wherever you're listening from, and how it was going to be today, what would you have done differently? This person said, I would have bought enough bag of rice because rice is expensive now, enough fuel. Imagine the decision we would have made. But because we were beclouded by the present or how things are easy, we think it's going to be all easy. Life is not all rosy. School will teach you, but life will teach you its own lesson. And if you are not prepared for life's lesson, then it's over for you. It will catch you unaware. Opportunities will come knocking. Take advantage. You go online, some courses pop up. If you have the money, try. Cybersecurity is there. UI UX design is there. Product designing is there. Amazon KDP, book writing. There are several others. Learn a craft. Something. I know someone who graduated from university with a second class doing well, but is a top fashion designer. Doing great. The difference is in your packaging. Make it top notch. Be different from every other. But don't just sit and listen to what you are being taught in school. Have a plan B. All right, I said be realistic in your learning and study. Why you choose what to study? Have you asked yourself, what other option will be there for you if the one you presently are studying is out of vogue in the year 2030? This is a deep question. I've asked myself several times. And I decided, okay, I need to do something different. I need to do something unique. I need to engage myself. I need to ask myself, what is that path? As a mother, as a student, ask yourself this question. As a father, as a worker, you have a company of your own. Will it still be standing in the next 20 years? What other companies will come and push it out? Strategize. Have your plan B, have your plan C. If this doesn't work, this will work, but never be left stranded. Learn to think outside the box and ask yourself again, what if this doesn't work? What if your course doesn't work? What if what you are studying presently doesn't work? What would work? Today's episode is specifically for you because we don't want to make the mistake our predecessors made. The Nigeria we met several years ago is not the same country we are seeing today. Things have changed and things will continue to change because change is the only constant. All right, so economy is changing, the world is changing. What change are you bringing to the table when called upon or when it finally gets to your turn? When you are asked, what do you have to offer? What would you say? I can bake. There are a lot of bakers. I can sew. There are a lot of tailors everywhere. I can craft. There are a lot of craftsmen, women, and all of that. What will make yours different? We accumulate the theories in school, but life is a reality. It's practical, 100% practical. Action and less of words. Enough of the saying. I graduated with this, I graduated with that. Hey, no big deal. But life will ask you what you have to offer. So this is where I come to the end of this episode on my channel, a channel where truth and light meet. Yeah, subscribe. That was what I was going to say. Don't just listen. That's the only way you can encourage us on this channel. Like, share, leave a comment behind. Someone will be touched by this. I bet you the person would appreciate you for what you have brought. Not everybody knows this truth. Not everybody have an understanding of what is shared today. But you would do them a whole lot of good to share it with them. And let me know what you also think. What would you have studied and what decision would you have made if you had foreseen your country or foresaw what we are facing today? Until I come to you again next time, I remain Mati on Motivational TV. Stay blessed. Bye.